Norwich versus Chelsea now. Chelsea 1.85, draw 4.04 and 5, and Norwich 4.4. Obviously, Chelsea heading to Norwich now, busting coupons, like I mentioned earlier. Chelsea have yet to pick up their first win under Lampard, and I reckon he's starting to feel a little pressure. I saw all when we were watching the match, they were Lampard and they were flying the flags, and we were expecting that win. Chelsea have conceded in both, though. I think both teams to score 1.57, over 2.5 goals, 1.62, both low, but you can combine those. I think goals, both teams to score is the way forward. Martin, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea, Natalie. Wouldn't touch the winners market with a barge pole, to be honest. I thought Norwich were very impressive last time out against Newcastle. A couple of the commenters on the show were tipping a heavy Norwich win, so well done to you guys. Timu Pukki scored a great hat-trick, and looks like it's going to be a difficult place to visit this season, Carrow Road. I think they'll have a decent record there, and they may well stay up. Chelsea are a bit of an unknown quantity under Lampard. They've got a very, very good midfield, but a lot of the young players are still a bit inexperienced, and that cost them in the second half against Leicester. So I would stay away from it. I think you might have a good shout there with both teams to score, though, because yeah, Chelsea do look good going forwards. They've got a few gaps at the back, and Pukki's in good form for Norwich, and they'll be really up for this in front of their home crowd. So I like what you did there.
Yeah, it's low though. Both teams score 1.57. And interestingly, the Alex Classic, combining both teams to score over 2.5 goals, is a little harder to find these days. Maybe because we've all been making a ton of profit, but Boyle Sports, it's where I got my odds from, 1.84 for the combined bet. They're offering that option. So that's for me, both teams to score on the over 2.5 goals, the Alex Classic. Would you play the Chelsea win?
No, you can't. I mean, if you go on the first half performance against Manchester United in game 1 and you go in the first half performance in game 2 against Leicester, then you'd only be with Chelsea, because I think I worked out they probably had 16 shots on goal, but they've only converted once, which is just horrendous. And so for me, I'm going to go with the Alex Classic. Both teams to score over 2.5 goals. Spent about 25 minutes on Odds Checker looking for both teams to score and over 2.5. And yet my homepage is Boyle Sports, and there it was looking at me, 1.84. So go to Boyle Sports if you want your Alex Classic in future. I've got to go with both teams to score and over. I mean, I think that Chelsea went missing second half last week, and I'm just wondering whether that was Lampard missing a trick or just paying for not scoring one of about a dozen chances in the first half. They had 4 chances within 8 yards of central of the goal in the first 15 minutes. You don't put sides to bed, especially with the class of Leicester. You're going to come away more often than not getting beat. So, I mean, they probably came away thinking a point was good.
Yeah. Jury's out. Lampard. Let's see if he picks up his first win, but none of us are on the Chelsea win. We are liking goals and from both sides.